follow along. Let's go over this morning's trades. This is actually a sideways day for today. Nothing has happened, so we didn't go higher nor lower. This is actually one of the questions that I asked you all to do, was actually to find a choppy market. Look how we have one here. Everybody should actually be immediately done with this in the homework. This is actually what a choppy market looks like. No upper, no lower bodies, no fair value gaps in 4 hours. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 16 hours of just sideways movement with no volatility, no moving up nor down. Oh wait, I didn't share my screen. Yeah, thank you. So we were actually in this candle, I believe, one of these two, 8 o'clock. So this candle was actually the one that we started, and this one is still the same. So this is 4 hours of candles, so 16 hours of sideways movement with no highs or lows even being touched. So it looks like the market wants to accumulate liquidity. So this is called a chop market in a 4-hour movement. The reason why is they don't do anything. They just stay from up to down, and everybody that trades this is actually giving money. Most of the people are giving money to the market, so don't trade this. And if you see this, immediately keep your hands off. Even in the hourly, you can see there are fair value gaps created. We did not sweep that high. If we did, that would have been a nice ILM move to the downside, somebody mentioned, but we did not sweep London's high, Asia high, so that was here. Some alarm was on it, maybe a bit too high, but we did not sweep it. If we did, that would have been actually a nice 15-minute inversion, change in state. Otherwise, that would have been a perfect one. Not sure we didn't have an entry anyways, but that was actually then the move. But because we did not sweep that high, I do not trade it. I need a sweep of liquidity based time session. So we did not have that one here yet. But otherwise it would have looked as a nice entry model. So TP2 was not hit of the orb from this morning. We actually stopped on those fair value gaps that were right here. So this was actually my main idea, that we would actually end up here. We did take out first liquidity up here, that we did take, and then actually we missed the upper part by, I believe, a point or something like that, or half a point, and then actually the market started moving further downwards again. So we should all be in profit. Anybody that traded the orb this morning should be at least in profit. If you are no more trading today, it will give you a better feeling that you actually had it. So stops were here. I shared this in Discord, and that would be my second TP, would be all the way up here. We did not hit this, but we came back to entry. I did say to take profit up here. So once we hit actually TP1, so everybody that trades orb, and once you take profit, I've seen a few journals now, and I've seen that people do take profits, but a very small amount. So if you take profit and it's the first time, and you can take an R off, take an R off immediately. So if you therefore put your stop back to entry or just above entry, that you at least collected 1 R out of it. If that means you have to close the complete position, that is so that means 80% or 90% close then the position. That's okay. You collected an R, it's an R. That means that you at least can get 1 trade against you again too. So for people that just joined, if you trade the orb or the pre-orb session and you collected an R and you took your first profit, take off the full R. I've seen a few journals that they actually take off a very small amount, where actually if they have taken off a full R and the market then comes back to your entry, at least you collected 1 R. So that means that you can at least do 1 more trade. With a bit of my help, you can actually get more than 1 trade out of that. We can reduce the amount that you would give to the market, but still, if the market immediately changes hands, I cannot even reduce from that part too. So, for again, if you take profits out of an order range, take out at least an R. If you cannot take out an R yet, be a bit more patient until you can. For the rest, that was actually a long trade with a lot of courage. Who held through this? Who was able to withstand all the movement, because our stop was at a certain point right here. I still remember. So their stops were here. I got off stream, I believe somewhere in this candle. So that was around 9:30. I believe I got off stream. So and then we came back down, and then actually after that the move started going upwards. So who had the guts to do nothing here? This was not going to be an easy one, with me being off stream and not telling you what I feel at that point. So if you held through this, congratulate yourself, and at least give you some kind of reward just for doing this. It will give you such a good feeling. So I asked everybody, we did nothing at all. Nice, good one, Antonio. That's actually the most good build-up skill. So how good did it feel that you did nothing and then actually you saw your first TP get hit? So if you didn't do anything and you had the guts to stay in this and be patient and that actually move the direction you wanted to see, I'm 100% sure that it felt 1,000 times better than you would have taken yourself out. I'm also 100% sure that some people just took it out before it hit too, but if you did, please tell me too. Or no, tell me too if you did take yourself out before. Good afternoon or good morning. If you did take yourself out, go ask yourself a few questions. Why at this point you took yourself out? Because this was like a 6-point stop, so there was actually nothing left into it. It's very important so that you actually know why you did certain things, so that I can help you stop doing it. I can show you a path how to stop doing it. You will still have to do it, of course. We got about 3 minutes till open, so still some time. I am taking a look first if we have actually news today in this afternoon session. Traders fully priced in Bank of Canada. Rate cuts by the end of the year. So they actually announced something. So 2:30 there was employment rates of Canada, and they actually shown us that they will cut rates. That means that it will be cheaper to lend again money. That means that they will print a lot more out of it. So they want to push the economy back up. So that's good for the businesses. And that's also good for the charts. That means actually the market should rally further upwards. Personally, I don't feel nothing. So, great. After hours, okay, I feel tired, but in general, I don't feel I follow the plan and your instructions, and I know sometimes that leads to be profits, and sometimes no. So we are good. If I know that's to do, just follow it like a soldier. No thoughts, no emotions. Oh, amazing, man. That's actually a huge skill, dude. If you can do this, then have you been in the military before, Anthony? Because actually, this is how they train soldiers too. So they first break off the stuff they already know, and then they actually build up an extra one. So I've seen you grow a lot in this short amount of time that you are here. So there are a few here that have grown a lot, so you're not the only one, but it's not easy to keep to a plan. So yeah, I fully agree that the plan will work, but still, it's not an easy skill to have. So we got about 1 minute till open. That's open, coming. What would I love to see is actually that we sweep both of the highs, and then for that 15-minute ILM back to the lows. Then we actually have a nice orb to this range too. That would be amazing to see. But still, we're here just to follow the plan.
Het is wel heel mooi zijn.
Okay. I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Okay. Nice. Yeah. It's thank you. I appreciate it actually. So that would actually be a huge nice comment. Yep, it would work for everybody, but not everybody has as good listening ears or are at easy to follow somebody. So some people will resonate with everything I say, and some people will not resonate with it. I already know how it works, but it's not an easy task what you do. So you have a nice skill, so keep up, keep going. You'll be one of the few traders that actually will make it if you keep up the same momentum that you're building up now. You're creating such a good habit for yourself that you actually will do it for longer periods of time without hesitating. And when you build up strength, you will even get, when you build up a little bit more capital, you will increase your art collection a little bit higher, and then you will actually have the confidence to keep going on at it. So this is actually something that I want for all of you. But it's not easy. Trading is not an easy skill. Anybody that says it's easy, they still need to learn a lot. Trading is mentally a very challenging part.
Good morning op YouTube gezet. Ja, nog geen good morning op YouTube gezet.
I didn't say something. So streaming through OBS actually helps, so both of them work. Still need to find a way actually to be able to look at OBS without you all having to see my screen of OBS. Still working on that part. So everybody that start doing their homeworks and did them already, pat yourself on the back and give you something nice this weekend. It doesn't matter what, a small treat would be great. Do something with the family, or treat yourself with some ice cream if you want to. I wouldn't suggest that anybody. Sugar-free ice cream would be a great one actually to do. Otherwise, the mindset would go a little bit lower in capacity. But anything that you have that you actually enjoy doing and you follow the plan whole the week, this week, pat yourself on the back and actually treat you something nice. It doesn't matter how big or small. It doesn't need to be anything big. Just something small where you actually appreciate you doing it and having. And also, once you consume something, or actually once you give you that treat, do it with love and do it because of you get the feeling in the trades because you've done this because of trading. Not just because you want to, no, because you've done great in trading this week. Keep that in mind while you're actually consuming that. The reason why is this will build up a confidence that you actually will continue doing this way. And actually I had some nice info from Euros today that actually gave me a nice pointer that we actually can add to the trading plan that I have. So if you have done something correctly for the whole week for your trade and you followed your trade plans, treat you something nice that week. Doesn't need to be anything special. It can just be something that you really enjoy doing. But if you did not follow your plan the whole week, I would suggest to put something in there that you don't like to do. Nothing that you actually really don't like to do. And do that thing then as a show to yourself. I must do this now because I didn't follow my plan. And I want to hold you all accountable to it. If you put that in your trade plan, I want to make sure that you actually send a picture in the group of that, just showing you that you actually done it too, what you said you would do. Doesn't need to be big, it needs to be something, so that you actually do it, so that you've shown one, that you did something positive, so it triggers a lot of persons also in the group to see that you actually can achieve great things by just following a plan. And it will also trigger other persons when you have not followed the plan to show that you are also committed to your word. So that's also something you can fix to it. So if you're writing down like I really don't like, I'll be honest, I really don't like always going to my parents' home. The reason why is they don't communicate at the same level as I do. They're still my parents, so I love them, don't get me wrong, but they don't communicate at the same level. And I really don't enjoy being there for a long period of time. So my own punishment would be like, go sit there for at least 2 hours and do something with them. So that would actually be something I really don't enjoy doing at this point until they got at a certain momentum. They are very friendly, and don't get me wrong at all, but this is something that I would put down. But do something you really don't like. So if you don't like running, go run for an hour. If you don't like walking your dog, if you have one, do it at least every day that week, as showing that you want to be committed and your brain will adapt to it then. It's the same that parents actually do with children that don't have great examinations, don't have great points. They also do something. Most of the time the punishment is looked at the parents' viewpoint, so they punish at the viewpoint of the parents, and what do they say? This is a punishment because I feel that it's a punishment. But that's actually not true. You have to look at the child's viewpoint and ask her what she doesn't like. If she can tell you something she does not like, or he, that's actually the way you have to look at it. So market is open. We got about 37, we got about 7 minutes open at market, and we're still at we didn't sweep anything. No warp yet, range, so be patient. Market will show what it wants to do. Look at it like yourself. What would actually be something you would really not want to be doing? And you have to do it just because you did not follow your plan. Put that in your notes. Yeah, sorry for the car that passed by. That was an oldie, a very old oldie with a big axis, with a big where the smoke comes out of the background. I have no idea how you call it in English. I actually know, but it's not easy to pronounce for me. So that would actually be one thing that you can add to your trade channel, a journal. If you do, let us know. I'll do the same. So if I take an order trade, so do something about it, I'll do something similar, and I'll even share it with all of you too. So I keep myself accountability, and my wife will even testify if I keep to it. If I don't, I will have to do it. I want to keep myself at the level of all of you. So this is how we get together and know how everything works. This is actually how you actually keep everybody also accountable for everything that we do. It would be silly me telling you something to do and not do it myself. And actually, look, this month Orb has been working out actually very fine. And I told everybody I would not trade it. So I didn't trade any of it. And actually, it will probably reduce my art collection about 7 art for this month. So remember, I am here to teach you at a certain level, in a certain way, that you actually become profitable much faster than you would on your own.
Hey,
okay.
Take a look.
We just swept a high. Actually, what I wanted to see. Now I do want to see that 15 minutes move further down. I'm not going to take it on a 1 minute today. Even if it presents itself, I'll be patient for it. If it has to be a 15 minute, that means we actually have to invert the full orb range. It's a very small orb range today. We still have about 4 minutes, but if this is the orb range, that's about a 56 points. So that's actually a very small range. But the only thing I don't like about this market at this point, that we actually are still in that sideways movement. So we're actually in that chopped market. So if I see we do not have a clear movement on any direction, for me it will probably no trading day. Even though if the market presents itself, I'll still be patient. Just because of these 4 hours here. We just swept everything of these 4 hours. So that was that liquidity that we have taken. We got another 3 minutes until the orb range has presented itself. If orb says it wants to go to the upside, the only thing that I can see it go from here is actually full all-time high. There's not much movement except of that. We filled up that per value gap already right here. So if the market decides to continue higher, it probably will take out at least this high and then go to this gap here. Halfway would be the target. Happy to see also that Fred is not at the desk today, so he kept to his plan too. He said no more trading on Friday. I want to have a good feeling at the end of the week, so happy to see it. Remind me to actually give him a pat on the back that he is not presented today and that he actually kept this to his plan, because that's important. He said no trading on Friday. He's not here, so actually very great. Oh, you are here, Fred.
Not really.
Oh.
You will see that in your journal.
I didn't see you. Yeah, now I can see. Yeah, watching is okay, my friends. I know you are. So see, I remember everybody that tells me something. So we all do. So I keep you accountable for everything. So I will see in your journal anyways, but. Doesn't matter, it's just your plan, so I just want to make sure that you keep it to your plan. Even though if the market does give you then a nice opportunity, you cannot take it. If this is what you love to do, that means that you always have Fridays off. Then that means Thursday is your last day of trading. I've seen multiple persons of humans actually only trade 3 days a month, or 3 days a week, and still make more than you would ever make in just trading. Very proud of you, man. Keep up. This is how you should be doing.
Treat yourself. Hoe zeg je dat? You can treat yourself.
Hey, you can treat yourself with something. Yeah. You can treat yourself with something positive today. Just because you have held you to your own words for today. So even this small things actually add up and build up a skill. A skill to be consistent in what you do. So it looks silly, all these small things, but they build up so much momentum for yourself. You have actually no idea how big they are. Hey, look, there's the smaller things, and so this is the orb range, by the way. We have about, before I continue blabbering around, 85 points. We have a 5-minute for value gap inside. This one is closed fully, so I would definitely account this one as vulnerable. So 3 minutes, they're not closed completely. I would put my stop if you have a chance right here. So that would be the stop at 23,553. Oh. If we move up, of course, we still need the close, guys. So no close yet. So be patient. It's still another 5 minutes. That is if we close above, of course. I know in the 1 minute that this is the value gap, so actually that would be the stop. But if we breach to that 5 minutes for value gap, actually I believe we will take everything out. So this would be if I take the orb by stop.
Heb je niet op zijn ruggen geraakt of wat is het?
Ja, dat is er rood, maar dat is er rood. Dat is er rood. Ja, dat is een beetje erlangs. Je lacht scheef, kan het niet. Yeah. Sorry for my Flemish, guys. Two more minutes until that closure. That's about an 80-point stop that we have at this point. If that is out of your allowed risk parameters, so that if you say you have only $100, that would not work out, so that would be 160. And now they will give you the full TP. Actually, that's... So, everybody that treated the pre-orb this morning, put in your notes. If I left my stops at the pre-orb session, I would hit full TP in a few minutes. So if you... I mark them in red on your journal. So, if you see this happen a lot, it will trigger your brain and not moving your stops too. Yeah, I can handle it always leaving my stop at the same spot. I'm just making sure that you guys grow your account. Now this actually looks as a very bullish momentum. We do still have 11 minutes, but if this 11 minute closes above here, we could have a small retracement and then actually a huge continuation. So same in the hourly. Look, this is that momentum we're building up. So we still have a bullish momentum. We touched, and every time actually we swept in some internal liquidity. So actually when we touched this, we actually had a huge movement off of it. We came back, we tapped one more, we have again a huge movement off of it. So it still looks like the market wants to go step by step a bit higher. This weekly actually, if it closes above that previous high, next week will be a nice bullish momentum. If this weekly closes like halfway, this one, or at the same height, that could mean that we have a top tweezer, and that means actually that we could have a change in direction. So then we have to be patient. So anybody that trades the orb, that was a close by the way. If you trade the afternoon orb, let me take a look how we could take this. I'm not in this, so if you did not enter immediately, your entry would be here of course. Target. Halfway, I would target halfway that 4-hour clock. That would make at least 1 hour. If we can add to that, we can probably make it a 2 hour out of it. So I personally am not in a trade, so this is only I have no idea if this is even right correctly, but it doesn't matter. I'm here to teach you trading, not writing anyways. My English vocabulary and speaking is okay, writing is something different. That was actually for a movie, not for now.
Maar ik ga het sowieso laten doen.
We zijn aan het profiteren. Kijk, het niet gezegd dat hij mocht toch?
Maar wow.
Daarom mocht je het niet.
Dat heb ik toch niet gedaan.
I'm not looking at chat at the moment, I'm just watching how we react to this price action and how it actually would turn out. I do want to see the next 7 minutes actually to push us back up to the highs. I don't want us to close halfway this gap. There would be no exception, no need for. Especially not after taking all that internal liquidity out. We took external liquidity now, so we do want to see that push up higher. Other problem is there is still a possibility that we come to that low, so I don't want to see this at this point. But be patient. Orb can take a while before we actually see this happen, so everybody this morning had a lot of patience when they were trading it, so it's still the same. Orb takes about an hour to 2 hours of trading at least until you get to your TP, so be patient.
Mama, ik heb iets goed.
So reason for this as our TP is this is actually a 4H FEG, and that's the half of it. Most of the times we actually hit that, so that would be TP 237 43. Well, 237 43. If we see a continuation movement upwards, the last thing after that, I don't want to see us come below this 5 minute here. I want to see that clean push up now. If this was outside your risk premises, you actually will have to be patient until you see a retest of it and then the continuation out of it. Now you can put your stop at that last swing. So then you would have to be patient until you see something like this. And now you can put your stop right here. After a body close of this, that would make your stop actually half of it, only 47, so that would be something that you would be possible to take. So if I zoom in a little bit of time frame, this actually still looks very bullish. So what do? We came down, we swept, we filled up this complete fair value gap. If we now sweep that high again and continue higher, we probably will just follow along. We do need that sweep from that high and then a nice close above in the next 10 seconds. We actually closed on it, so now this candle actually need to do the same. So same in the 3 minutes, so we can see we came down, we closed the gap, we actually had still some bullish momentum, so all still looks good. Welkom vooral, Hertens.
Ze hebben mooie woorden wel gezegd, dat de streaming value heeft door deze dingen. Ja, dus hier. I'm just watching.
Maybe.
Hij heeft zich gelocked out zoals je ook verteld hebt, door Lookgood. En dan heeft hij hier dit gelegd.
Nice words, Anthony. I appreciate the words that you actually value these streams, because I still do them out of my spare time just because I want to help you. If I had a mentor like myself and I got some slaps on the face from him, I would probably listen a bit more. I'll be honest, I probably would do my own thing, and afterwards I need to get a hard slap in the face to get actually proven that I actually just need to follow. I'm quite a stubborn person, so I know this out of my own experience, and this is actually, if somebody is stubborn, like I am, try to ignore that part of yourself for a while and just follow and see if it works. If it doesn't, you can still do your own thing. If it does work, it will pay you money, so that's the only thing that you... What do you have not to win by doing this? Maybe $50, that's it. So what's $50? If you start trading, you will have a lot more than that, or you will have to give a lot more than that. And if you do not have $50 to spare, probably best that you don't start trading yet. Do a day job or something, and then start doing it until you have saved a bit more money. I don't wish you welcome to trading, but you need a bit more than that actually to start. Just for your mindset alone though. Looks like I'm alone on YouTube. Klopt het? Mijn collega?
Daar straks zaten er wel 4.
Oh, somebody is watching him on YouTube. Happy that you're here, guys, on YouTube too. If you didn't know, I'm also streaming it in Discord. If you're new to my channel, I'm John, by the way. Been trading for over 5 years. Just want to share my knowledge that I've learned in the last 5 years to make you all profitable. within a certain time that it actually still feels like it's doable. So trading is a skill of mindset, 80% mindset and 2% trading strategy and another 5% action. I think I missed a few percents. And the rest is actually an edge for yourself, so how you actually feel in the market. So, but most of it is actually mindset. People make it look like it's something fancy. Trading is nothing fancy at all. And if you are making progress and you're making profits, you're actually one of the first 10% of the world that makes progress and makes money out of trading. And we do this with a lot of humans. There are doctors trading, people with bright minds. It doesn't mean that you're smart that you can trade. Following a plan, then you can trade. With no attachment to the outcomes. It's not easy, but if you can do that, you become a profitable trader. Now look, I don't want to see that close above here, so I do want to see this in the next... Okay, this 5 minutes maybe can come back down here to sweep out this. I would prefer not to, but if it does touch this for value gap, I do want to see immediately a bounce off of it. I would love to see actually just a continuation here. That would be actually the better part. And even if we go up and we create an extra 15 minutes for value gap out of here, I would put my stop then all the way right here. But wait until we do create that for value gap. Because if we do tap that for value gap, then I don't want to see it close any lower. So we reduce that actually everything then that we put into the market. So we can see we are building up momentum and still that bullish structure. So what we do, we came down, we closed the value gap off before even tapping it. We had a huge bullish reaction off of it, we swept our high, and now we want to see that continuation movement. We tapped into that gap, so now the last 2 minutes of this 5 minutes, I want to see that continuation. Were there any fair value gaps left in this one? Let me take a look. No, we tapped everything, so nothing on the 5. Somebody ask something?
Nee, ik ben blij dat ik bepaalde dingen gezegd heb, want ik vind het niet fijn om te positief spreken.
Oh yeah. One thing, this is actually a good one that my wife just said to me. So she prefers that everybody speaks in the opposite way that the normal people speak. So we always speak in a not positive way. So you hear me say a lot, not profits or profits. I will make sure. So this is actually why I stop speaking at certain points, because I think before I say something, and that's the reason why. So if I stop speaking, it's because I wanted to say words and I actually changed it in my mind in a positive way. It's not easy to implement, but after a while you get used to it. But it helps you if you say it out loud, if you type it and somebody reads it, it implements in their brain as a positive way. So it's better to say, say that you kept to your plan, I keep with our plan. If you did not, a positive way. I did not keep me to my plan. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not that it's good.
Yeah.
You need to be disciplined with yourself.
Yeah. So I was disciplined or I was not disciplined. So it's not I was fearful. So instead of saying fear, I was not faithful. So you have always the same words in a positive sentence too. And make that as with a not before it, and it reads really different. It helps a lot of people keep their mindset up straight. We're conditioned in this world to speak not positive. So anybody that looks at the news or anything else that media shows you, it's always something war or anything else. So it's people that are not friendly with each other, because actually everybody is friendly with each other. I have not met one person in my life that is not happy to help someone. I have not met anybody. Yeah, I'm not always reading the chat, so my wife just told me that she is handling the chat part. So if there's something I need to read, she taps me. I'm just watching the chart all the time, so it keeps my mindset off of text reading, because if I read those texts, I am distracted and I cannot read the chart as good as I should. And I know a lot of people do read the chat, so if you read the chat, it's not easy to do both at one time. So this is why I have help with me.
So the main reason is they are here for you because you are mindset is good. Speaking positive.
Yeah, very true. Division is heavily Can you, Blake? Can you repeat that question? So, very true. Division is heavily manufactured. I have no idea what that means. So, market looks like it wants to push. Great.
Higher, huh?
Looks like it wants to go higher. It wants higher vibration. So. If we have a full body close above this area, we will definitely go to the high here at the 4-hour value gap. You can then put your stop to this swing point here. We do not want to come back here. So that would reduce actually about 50 points. So instead of 80 points, that would have been actually about 30 points still in it. So that would reduce actually most of it, more of half. But I do want to see a body close above that wick. So be patient until that happens. The reason why I actually marked this one out is because that was the last point that I don't want to see a rejection of. So I do want to see that push through here. Why? I'll give this info too, because this is very important. If market makers decide to move the market lower, this is where their stops are at that very high point. So this is the last point before the high that we could get a rejection of. And if we do have a strong push down off of this, I would tell you to reduce half of risk and put your stop immediately. Because this is the last point where we could have a rejection of, right here. This one. If we do not, and we do push further up, we will see it immediately go. Now that was a fast action. What was that? That was a 15 point, 16 point big, immediately down and back up. Well, that was a special action. It's like they heard me say it. If we see previous day high, oh, where's day high? I didn't mark it out. Oh, that's day high, actually. I got Just a second, guys. I got a wasp on my face. Okay, he just left. My fan was still up. I would not short this, even though if we tap that previous day high, I would still be patient. If we sweep this high, we will definitely. So this is previous. Oh, this is actually previous day high. Well, where my mark is at. If we sweep this, we will first go to that 4 hour. We probably go first to this 4 hour and then take that move further down. I would be patient a bit longer, not immediately that first sweep, because actually, okay, this is also a time-based liquidity. Fully agree, but I did not test it on daily highs. I actually tested it on liquidity sweeps of a day itself. So London, New York, or Asia of the day itself. So this is previous day. So this is the sweep.
Take a look. Hey, take a look.
Now I do want to see here a huge continuation immediately. No need for us to stall. If this doesn't hold any value, so actually where did I expect it to do it was right here, beneath it, not on it. Can we have a small retracement? Of course we can, but here we should actually push fluidly through it. So back to your question, could you take a 1 minute ILM off of this? I actually have no idea. I didn't test it, so I wouldn't try it myself. My main thought process that we are still moving up higher at this point. Can we go retrace back to this for value gap right here? Yeah, we have a 1 minute here, so if we tap it and we continue higher and we immediately sweep that high again, that means that we are still at that bullish structure. It took a little bit of liquidity right here, like you can see. On this wick, we took it out, we got us push, and then actually immediately that pushed back up high. So if this one now taps and it pushes back up immediately, you probably get that same movement. Yeah, this would not even be worth taking profit yet. That's 0.4. I will keep an eye at how the market moves. So for me, you can actually put your stop all the way right here now. So I would put it all the way to this point. That's 23,603. If you're in this can be your stop right now. I'll also explain why. We have a 15 minute right here. We have a 5 minutes. I don't want to see this get inverted all the way back down. If this gets inverted and we come all the way back to here, that means exactly what CryptoBill said, and that is that one actually held all the value and we actually fall through it completely. So I don't want to see this happen. I want to see a clean push further up right now. So if you were in the straight, you actually reduced about 50 points, so actually half of the... So actually reduced almost all of it. We can sweep some liquidity, but we cannot take everything out.
Er zit nu toch wel een gap.
Mag je mute cap? Mag je mute cap?
Hier.
So there is a strong push that we have here. So
Dat is toch een model of niet?
ja, maar mensen er niet aan tapt. Ja.
Ah nee, nog niet.
That was a tap on the 1 minute. So if we do see further push in the next 5 minutes, I'll ask you to take half of your contracts even too. We now have a 5-minute change in state, so I don't want to see the next 2 minutes fall too much further. We should stop and continue higher. We swept up buy side liquidity right here. We still have an FEG right here, but I do not want to see it completely get down to this point. So we now tap that 15 minute. There's no reason for us to completely go into that full 15 minutes. If we now, after this, move back up and close above that high, you can move your stop right to here. Then this would be the next stop. That would be the last liquidity movement. But I do want to see it close above that high first. So in the 1 minute ILM, actually that was the first for value gap, so I never get that tap, so I wouldn't have my entry model. Well, 1 minute liquidity, time-based liquidity sweep, change in delivery, so this would be the change right here. So that would be the for value gap. Oh no, we did get that. That was that tap. It's Friday here. We can hear it here right beside us. So we have some music always playing here on Fridays in the park.
This is not music. This is bass.
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 It's the bass of the music. Bass. Bass was your hair products.
Huh?
Bass was your hair products.
Bass? Ja, nee, bass is met een A.
Yeah. So this is still the same movement. Looks like we will continue up further. Like I said, we took buy side liquidity, and after this, I didn't want to see it fall lower. Now we should push that further up. If we, in the next 5 minutes, come back to the entry point, I want you to take off half. So again, anybody that's in this trade, and we go back to entry point from here, I want you to take off 50% of your contracts. I don't want to see it come back now. I want to see that push. We came back, we swept, and now here we should push immediately further. So again, if we come back to entry, take off 50%. So that reduces actually almost everything that you put into the market. Because if it does not want to continue right here, we will probably fall all the way through. So now just be patient, let the market do its thing, let your stop do its thing too. You're already actually at minus half, so this would take off half again, so that means actually max a quarter of an hour you would give to the market if it comes back to your entry. So that's perfectly fine. We can easily scale that back up with the next trade. This one off. A bit of noise on my screen. Sexy. Neem ik een short.
1. Dat is 7 minuten geraakt. 1. Eentje.
15 punten, dat we zeggen 30, 60, 90, 3, 4. Dan stoppen we de huis.
Oei, ben ik hier. Ik heb er zeker 8 gedaan, hè? De vorige was ook zo. Dit is oké, kan wel.
Ik heb niks gedaan, dat is oké.
Moet ik erin gaan? Terug?
Ja, maar nog altijd. Ja, maar nog altijd. Ja.
4 is het toch? Ah nee.
Dat is de markt, hè?
M&Q?
If anybody is trading on top step, does it work at this point? Mine seem not to be working.
It's not moving. Een minuut.
Nou ja.
Not moving.
Oké, ik hoop niet dat je er nu even 5 of 6 in sturen.
Ja.
Dus ja.
Even kijken.
Wacht, ga ik allemaal erop doen, ik even een seconde.
Ga je hem open doen?
Kom maar nou staan.
Same here. Ja, Fappo heeft het ook.
Same here. So bulenox is working, top step is same. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Mine got stuck too, so be patient for a second. Thank you for responding.
Ja.
Probably we will not even have gotten that internet. Hey John.
Is there something, maybe?
Hmm? It looks like the market didn't want to do anything, so still looks like the market wants to go higher, so don't do anything if you're an orb trader. Looks great. Keep in it.
Multiple sessions detected, exchange.
Ja, net als ik.
Yeah.
Yeah, top stop is completely stuck at this point. So do not enter any trades at this point, or do not execute anything until it actually shows that you can.
Now Fred is taking the control.
Mark. Okay, we gotta move. I see still movement again. So it looks like top stop is getting active again. But the market still looks like it wants to go higher, so this is the good thing about if you ever trade real funds, you will never have to deal with issues, because they will not allow that program to not do the thing it must do. Could be an animal.
Oh, heeft het niet iets gedaan?
Ja, wat je hier eigenlijk met entry zo zegt, dat je zo genomen hebt, dan als je zit shorten, zodat je een entry geweest zijn. Maar het ziet er ook niet naar uit dat je dat bepaalt. Het ziet er echt naar uit dat hij verder omhoog wil. Ik doe het ook rustig. Dat is ook niet wat ik getest heb. Ik heb eigenlijk getest pas op time-based liquidity sweeps en niet ernaast. Oh, sorry for my Flemish again, guys. I was not reminded that my mic was still on. I know a few of you understand me. So again, if we read this tape, so look how beautiful. We came into the 15 for value gap, we got about 2 minutes, and this looks like now it wants to push higher. So if we sweep this high, we should not come back to this low. If we have a body close, let me rephrase that. If we have a body close, not a sweep. So if we have a body close above that, above this high, that would actually be an adding spot too, because we came back, and this would actually be that adding place to a trade, because then actually your stops would be here. This would be about 16 points. I do want to see that body close, of course. If we have a continuation about a minute and a half, and you want to add to this trade, you can, but you need to measure that anything from where you are to here is less than a half hour together with this stop. So both of them should be a half an hour, not a full, a half an hour. I want you to measure that. So you have to check out how many points that is. So this would be about 16 points. And the other part, I actually have no, that would be at least 50 points. So make sure it stays within your premises of a half an hour. If that is only one contract you can add, that's only one contract you add. TP is still the same. Once we get there, I can see if we can move it a bit higher, but I'm not sure yet. For that, I still need to be patient.
Hier heeft er al iemand over
Is this 1 minute ILM for your start? Correct, great. So that would have been exactly. So actually, yeah. So if you, I'll move my screen again. I actually have to. So if you had that 1 minute ILM and you had a time-based sweep of the day itself, that would actually be exactly here, that entry. I believe there was a small fair value gap right here, and that would actually be the entry. So we got, you would have got stopped out here, and then you should actually retry it again afterwards. It's not an easy one to do, especially in the mindset related, but it's actually a very profitable one too.
Was hij goed gedaan dan?
And actually, yeah, that would have been no, you should have actually taken the fair value gap just above it, credited. So you had a second fair value gap just above it, where it actually was here. So I'll show you. We have one more fair value gap right here, a very small one, but I would have taken this one as entry right here, the topper one, and then take that short from here to the lows. But like I said, I did not test this on daily highs. I only tested it on session highs of the day itself. So this is a daily sweep high, also a session high of course, but from yesterday. I only tested it on the day itself, so I have no background on how much it actually works on previous day sessions. But actually, yeah, that would have been how it's so. Oh, so the size of the value doesn't matter. No, the size doesn't matter. I always take the upper one. So I try to take it as high as possible to actually have a small stop. So this is actually a very much smaller stop if you would have shorted from here than from here. So this would have been how much? 25 point stop, and here it should actually only been an 18 point. So that actually makes a lot more profit when we do get to that low. If you do it on a 1 minute, this is actually how you, and then scale in afterwards. If you want to be 100% sure, you actually take the 15 minutes. This one will show you more accuracy, of course, but you get in way later. So we did not come back to that entry. That's great to see. We did close above on a 5 minute. No, we did not. We are still in that 5 minutes. So if this 5 minute close above, you can actually add to that trade. Stops would be here. That would be actually, if this one closes, you can put stops right here. So that would be your stop then. 23,626. This one can be gone then. It looks like it definitely wants that 4 hour for value gap just above us. If you want to add to that trade, this would look like this, of course. Long position, stop same place, target same place. Yeah, the only thing is, if you want to add, you actually need closer of the body. Okay, that was the wick from the downside, so you need to close above that one to add. If you have more confidence in adding, you will add later in the retest too. So until you have full confidence in adding, I would suggest to do it like this first, until you get a feeling of it. So anybody in this orb trade, this would be at least how much would you have gotten? Put it back to my entry stop. So I said here 0.8, so almost 1 hour here collected. That would be at least 1 hour.37. So that's the first step of that 4 hour value gap now. I do want to see that push through here, because I know these hold a lot of value. The reason why I said actually halfway is because we actually have a big fair value gap, and we also have a 1 hour inside here, and that's about the same height. So your stop should be at least at 23,636 now. Everything still counts. If you come back to that entry, I still want you to take off 50%. I don't want to see that retracement. I actually want to see that push of that continuation here. I'll be here for about the next 20 minutes. Doesn't look like I will have an entry day, so still patient. I was 4 out of reading charts without taking any trade. So look at me. So if anybody felt that he didn't got a trade entry or didn't have a trade today, I've been sitting here for making you an hour this morning at least, an hour this afternoon at least, and me not doing anything. So and we're with 2 sitting here, so my wife is not doing anything either, except helping of the chat, of course. Hey John, is a 5-minute orb the first 5-minute candle a high and low? The entry after 1 minute candle close above or below orb level? Can you repeat that? I actually never heard of this one. No, the size of the Valley Gap does not actually matter anything, Gratitude.
That's what it's graduate.
You deserve the full sugary ice cream. No, I don't want that. I get a headache tomorrow, Euros. I can't stand too much sugar. I get a way too much kick off of it, so I need to detox then immediately. So I know what my body can handle. Yeah, that would be actually my punishment. So that would actually not be my reward today. Was a nice suggestion anyway. So that would actually be my punishment. I have to eat that. I actually would have a headache. I wouldn't even be able to trade the day afterwards. No, I'm serious, guys. I can't. I used to drink like 20 soda cans of Coca-Cola before, so I could reduce a lot of sugar. But I had I don't know how you call it, migraine. I don't know how you call it in English. Yeah, between 10 and 15 a day I used to drink. So.
Dat bestond nog niet zeker.
It's a Coca-Cola. Yeah, it's a sugar inside. So it was a normal Coke I drank with full sugar. So yeah, I don't drink any anymore. I even can't stand it, the taste of it anymore. I tried it once, and it was like I was on
Drugs.
Highly official drugs, actually, something like that, synthetic drugs. That I was my eyes weren't looking straight, and I had no idea what I was doing even. Yeah, same for me. I was in the same state of you are, so I used to love drinking them. Yeah, I felt great all the time. I'm happy I got off of it. No, that
Nobody land.
Yeah, I had no idea where I even was standing at that point. So I'm very happy that I can reduce all of that drinking. That I don't need it anymore. I only drink water, by the way. Distilled water I drink. I make it myself. If I can't drink source water, I don't drink anything out of a supermarket. I got some rules for myself that I set up. I do drink alcohol now and then, but only I prefer to drink. If I do drink them, it's without sugar inside, and they have to mention it normally on the bottle. Man-made sugar, by the way. It's not that I don't eat fruits or anything, so they do processed, so they do have sugar too inside, so no processed sugars anyways. Yeah, true. So this is why I distilled my water, so I just drink actually the water vapes that come out of it, or damps, I don't know how, I think it's vape, it's called. So here I do want to see that continuation now. We came back, we closed a little bit, so now actually we should push further up to that fair value gap. See if we have that strong push over it. So I do want to see everybody stop at 23,636 if you're still in this orb rate. No more than this, so you should have max a 5-point stop, max a 70-point stop at this point. So the reason why is this is the last take of liquidity until we had that continuation. So there's no reason for us even to come back down there. And we don't have a fair value gap inside here, so actually you could put it at BE here. So it's a risk-free trade. Yeah, let me rephrase that. You must put it at BE here. There's a risk-free trade. There's no reason for us to come all the way back down. If we do, we'll probably come to these gaps, and I don't want you to even withstand it. So if you did not add, put your stop at least at BE here, what your entry was. There's no reason for us to even to come that low. We have one fair value gap right here, a second one here. So we have a 5-minute right here. We have a second 5-minute right here. We don't want to see us go all the way. So this would be that protected stop of the last fair value gap right here. So our stop would still be beneath it. If we drop through this, we probably go all the way back down. Again, for everybody, stops at BE right now. So this is a risk-free trade. No matter what, you have actually a profitable Friday. Even though you didn't make profits, that means actually you didn't give anything to the market too. You followed your plan, you followed the steps, you actually moved stops up when we are allowed to it. We had patience. The market showed us it wanted to have a continuation. If it does not continue up here, I'm okay with it. So we just gave maybe if you did add maybe these points, so that would have been less than a half hour if this one is at BE, because we had still a 70-point stop. I said you could not go more than a half hour from here to add to it. If this was more than a half hour, you should actually not be adding it. For the rest, let the trade do its thing now, and I'll be here for another 5 minutes, otherwise I'll add the stream. Still, TP would be halfway that 4-hour for value gap. If you want to be maybe a little bit faster taking profit, I would say 1 hour minimum before you take profits off of it. So this would actually be what 1.27, something like that was this. So that is actually the first time I would take profits if I was in this trade. It's a 4-hour half for value gap. We're inside still that 1 hour for value gap, so that would actually be my target. So no need to take 50% off, so you actually at BE already. And stop should be at your entry spot. And that actually should be 23,643. No. 23,643. And a half. So no matter what, now you actually held through this. You sit here for some time. The market does need to push further upwards, or it just will stall for a while. So you can actually now, this is actually a nice challenge for all of you. So anybody that's in this trade, your TP is still at that point. If you want to take, if you were in here with at least 2-3 contracts, at 1 hour I would at least take 1 contract off then, or maybe 1 and a bit, and then the rest for full TP. If you want to have maybe a little bit sooner take profit. If not, the good challenge is when I get off stream in about 5 minutes, also close the charts and let the chart do its thing. It will move anyways, with or without us being there, but it's also a good way to actually let go of a trade for once it's full, even if you don't have, so say that you have a little bit of spread that you paid for, then put your stop maybe just a point above your entry that you actually gained, or take 1 contract off right here, so that you actually have some profits, stops at BE, and just let the trade do its thing. And don't look at it anymore. That would actually give you more confidence next time to do this too. No matter what, the market will do its thing anyways. What did somebody send here? Oh, this has been tested. I believe this doesn't work, Beaumonts. Yeah, I am in his. I'm one of his. I'm actually. I paid for his mentorship from Casper, if you want to know. So what a hard stop means? Okay, this is a good question. Hard stop means no matter what, the market should never come below it. So hard stop means that is your full stop, your SL. That's a hard stop. A soft stop means once we have a 1 minute close below it, we exit the trade. Anthony. So hard stop means that's your SL, your full stop. A soft stop means once you have a 1 minute close below it, you close your trade. Now, Casper is a good trader, by the way. He knows how to trade. He knows how to reach charts like I do, but it's not an easy person to follow once you are a new trader.
You need to repeat it.
But can you repeat it? I didn't get that. Yeah, of course, Anthony. So this would be right here. This would be a hard stop because this is your stop. Your SL is your hard stop. A soft stop means, say that I say we cannot come below this low. So this, if I call this SOFT stop. So if I ever say this is a soft stop, that means if a 1 minute candle close below, you get out of the trade. This is a soft stop. So soft stop means 1 minute close below, you get out of the trade. A hard stop means where your stop loss is. Exactly that point. So hard stop is actually your stop loss. That's the definition of a hard stop. So no matter what, this is where you automatically get out of the trade. So soft SL is actually no the soft stop. So soft SL. So if this is soft, so say that this is a soft SL. I need a full 1 minute close below this. So I want to see a body close of a wick from a candle below it, and then you close the trade. So even if it's a little bit lower, here you close the trade no matter what. A hard stop. So this is your hard stop. This is where your SL is actually always at. So if you are trading on a propfirm and you put a stop loss, a hard stop is your stop loss. Your soft stop is actually, if I ever say, I won't say this much, maybe once in a while, if I actually see the market do some strange stuff, I'll say put your soft stop here. If I say a soft stop, I want to see a 1 minute close below with a full body, not a wick. So if a wick comes and it closes back above it, we don't close a soft stop, because the next candle can go green again. So once the body of that candle closes below the 1 minute of a soft stop, then you close the trade. Once a hard stop is actually where your SL is always at placed. That's the difference. Okay, it's 10:45. I'll end the stream by this. If you learned something, you had some value about it, I'm always happy to help. We will see each other back at Monday, of course. It's weekend, so enjoy your weekend if you made profit. If you did not, if you are in this trade still and you did not take any profit and you want to feel actually better this weekend, just take one contract off. You have at least some profits. I will not trade today. I've seen the market wants to continue, so there's no point of me jumping in trades without seeing actually a movement. And I gotta sit behind the charts for another hour and a half anyway, so for me this is the end of the stream, so end of trading time, about 4 hours today, so no trades for me today. I'm happy. I'm happy that I can give you guys some money. This is actually what I want to do, make sure that you guys get profitable. I actually don't need it at this point, so, but still, let's have something different. I wish you all a very great weekend. If you have any questions and anybody wants to send me the journal, go ahead, send it. I'll probably read them this weekend when I have some spare time. And I wish you all a very great trading day. If you did take a trade and you took a loss, please do not enter another trade, or keep it into your trading journal and make sure that you keep you to your trades, what you actually should be doing. Don't skip any of your actually trade plans. Keep you to your own trade plan. Don't follow anything else except your own thought processes. And I wish you all a very great weekend and see you back on Monday.